Good morning, Facebook. It is me again, or I, Juniper Mystique. I'm also known as Brianna. I am an Ascension Master, Master Healer, and Divine Guide, and that is a very simple way to put who I am. Coming on today because I Spirit is nudging. I woke up with this urgency to show you guys the return of Christ. Okay? Not just to show you where to watch it, not just to post my videos on here hoping people will click it, but Spirit wants me to play it for you guys, okay? Now I want you to keep in mind that you are witnessing my life. You are witnessing my awakening unfold when I show these things to you. This is not just me talking about these things. This is my life unfolding since 2019. Okay? Now, you are looking at my YouTube channel because that is where it all unfolded. Okay? That's where Spirit had me put everything. That is where on Christmas this year, the final component of the return of Christ occurred live. Okay? So a lot of the things that I do can happen live on my YouTube channel, which is Master Juniper Bloom Mystique. I do have three of them. One is music, one is missing peoples and unsolved cases, and this one is my ascension stuff. Okay? Now, this truly is about the return of Christ. Okay? Now, keep in mind that this was my awakening. Okay? It began with clearing Mount Shasta. I'd done many, many, many things. Activated pyramids. Okay? I freed Jesus' soul first as part of the return of Christ. The rising of Jesus Christ happened on when I freed his soul. It happened during a Patreon healing. Okay? And so I never know what's going to come. All right, so it happened at the very end of that video. But I'm going to play to you the components. All right, they want you to witness it, they want you to see it. So I'm not going to just put the link on here because I've done that before and nobody clicks it. So I'm going to play it. I'm going to play it for you guys to see. Okay, now the process of the return of Christ was not simply just returning Christ, it actually took me since 2019. Every component that I did is the process of the return of Christ. Do you understand what I'm saying? What does the return of Christ mean? It is the return of God to this planet. It is the return of Christ's light to this planet. It was the resurrection of Jesus, and then it was the reuniting of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, which had everything to do with me and my DM. Everything. Before I could unite Jesus and Mary Magdalene, I had to fight fallen angels, and my DM died, and I had to unite energetically with my DM first, which was very, very, very painful. And unfortunately, he still doesn't seem to care to step forward. Okay, so when I tell you this is raw for me and this is my life playing out, I mean it. I've been hurt, I've been chastised, I've been criticized, I have been judged. It is all there. So I would warn you to be very careful to do that. Okay, because that doesn't just hurt me, it hurts everybody involved because we're all connected and judgment is not of God. Okay, now the after I cleared all the pyramids is when I got to begin to unite with my DM. Okay, my DM originally was named David. I met him, I ended up living next door to him. I didn't know that until I met him, and then I was like, holy shit, and then things started happening to us. Once we energetically connected, see, he was on drugs and his vibration was very, very low. And Spirit kept trying to tell me things, but I didn't understand it at the time. So I ended up being with somebody else. He was with somebody else. Turns out he went with a fallen angel. Okay. Then I spent a year trying to save the ascension, a year battling for my DM's soul and waking him up, which we won his soul back. But in the end, he chose to die so that I can get a new DM coming back to me cleansed, and that was his decision. Unfortunately, though, the new DM hesitated, and he's still not here, and I am currently physically taking a hit for that, okay? And so I did, in the end, resurrect Christ by myself, which was very, very painful to do, but it is because of the sacrifice my original DM made and the sacrifice my new DM made to complete the journey, okay? So I'm going to start. Keep in mind, it took me activating all the pyramids. It took me clearing out the shadow in order to unite Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Okay, because that was the return of Christ. All right, so the first component, oh, remember, I had to undo everything, okay? I undid the false concept of time. These are all workshops. These are not just me talking about it, Okay, like look, everybody's like doesn't understand what even activating pyramids is because nobody watches it. Nobody watches it. This is a powerful ascension pyramid activation right here. Okay, done on 3/3/21. All right, these are very relevant. This was the Sphinx. This was me activating the Sphinx, Pharaoh, and God activation portal on 6/25/21. There are only 33 views. Okay, um, it's really sad to me that we aren't able to see the truths. Okay, it's really difficult for people to understand the truths. I had to take out the false goddess as well in order to unite the true goddess and masculine. Okay, so clearing Mount Shasta, activating pyramids, and Fiji was my favorite one. That also became the Earth's root chakra, and we cut off life support to California. Okay, once those were done in August of 21, I believe, August 6th or 7th of 21 is when I was able to free Jesus's soul. Now, what does that mean? Freeing Jesus's soul, I'm not going to make you watch this whole thing. The main one they want you to see is the actual return of Christ. But freeing Jesus's soul means that I had to process his death. Okay? And I talk about that. Jesus died not on a cross. He didn't die for your sins. They lied to you. They lied to you. They lied to you. They lied to you. And then the way they killed him, they poisoned with you in church every day. That was part of their Holy Grail, which was not holy at all. It was all El Diablo. Okay. Now on here, if you go to this one, again, this was a huge workshop. In the end of it, and I think people still aren't able to see. I'm just reading some of these comments I didn't even know were there. um, anyways, I think people aren't really understanding. So I thought that I put the link here. The Garden of Eden. What can you do for headache? What is all of this? I don't know what all that is. Like, what is this stuff? Um, I don't know. I thought I posted where you could find the actual thing. So let me go down here. So confusing. What is this? Hang on there. Okay. So it is in the first component. All right. So you ready? It's right here. Oh, thank goodness. Oh my God. I redid this video. So we're just going to play the beginning because it is in the beginning. Okay. And this is where you can watch how Jesus died. Now, I processed it very quickly. The way he died, okay, was John the Apostle poisoned him. He was starving. All of a sudden, I was doing my Patreon healing and I saw Jesus standing in front of me. And this was his lifetime. This was not like Lord Sananda or him coming as his higher self form like the angels do, right? This was seeing him in real life. And I was like, what am I seeing? Then all of a sudden I saw that he was starving and John the Apostle gave him bread and wine and he hesitated. He knew something was wrong, but he was so hungry. And John the Apostle was supposed to be like his right hand man or his best friend or something. And so he took the wine, he took the bread. Now keep in mind, all he had to do was eat one of them and he would have died. He ate both. He drank the wine, he ate the bread. And he died very, very painfully and very slowly, and he bled out of every orifice because he was poisoned. So he was eaten from the inside out. There was no cross, there was nothing. Now, after this one, I didn't know anything else. Okay, I didn't realize that this wasn't the return of Christ yet. So we're going to watch this really quick. I'm not going to watch this whole video. Hi everybody, it's Juniper Mystique, also known as I am what they call an ascension master, part of the gods of time. I'm also a master healer and so many other things. I'm run-of-the-mill psychic. I'm a little bit of everything. That's a part of being I didn't learn from somebody in this lifetime. I had my awakening into this. So I'm coming on to you today because I'm going to talk to you about a few things coming forward, okay? I have done a lot of things in this earth and for the ascension, and big, big things, okay? One of the first ones is Jesus, okay? Well, that wasn't one of the first ones I did. The first thing I did was clear Mt Shasta, and then I went into a bunch of pyramid activations. And after I did all of those pyramid activations, which took me about a year, in truth, all of it took me about a year and a half. Then after the pyramid activations, I freed Jesus' soul, which none of this was planned. It all just kind of happened to me. It came through me. And you're about to see those unfold on my channel. Okay, Spirit wants me to show everybody now. And so I'm going to be posting a lot of those now. One of the first ones I've posted is about Jesus. Okay. Jesus' soul was freed through me on August 7th of 2021 in Skagway, Colorado. Okay. We went on an adventure just for my birthday, and I had a Patreon event that weekend, a workshop, and in those workshops, these tend to come through for me. So I did my workshop, and in the very end of my workshop, Jesus came through in his lifetime, in this lifetime. And I ended up seeing how he died, and I freed his soul. Now, keep in mind, it happened very quickly, and I kept processing it. So you are going to see two videos, one that shows you exactly what happened. So please watch the whole thing. I encourage you to watch the whole thing to get the whole experience.
We won't today.
If you choose to try to receive the healing,
You can if you want to later.
They have informed me that some people will be able to receive the healing.
Sorry, that was loud.
It all depends on if you're ready to receive it. Okay? So feel free to try, because if you can, it's DNA activations, it's awakening, it's ascension portals. If you can't, that's okay. Watch it, and the more you watch it, the more you might open yourself up to receiving. Okay? And ascending. So allow these things to be as crazy as they are. They're very hard for me to understand at first. And so give yourself time to process them, to understand them, for they were very real. I felt them, I experienced them. When I do free souls, I process their life, their emotions, their death. It's much like when you go through a life review. It happens through me. And so I just got chills when I said that. They're authenticating that statement, that I end up doing their life review for them when I free their souls. And so I did that for Jesus as well. That piece of his soul that was stuck here is no longer stuck here. And then the last workshops I did, we brought back Christ Light. We really did. I don't know if they're going to want me to show that one. Right now I haven't done the Jesus one, and I'm going to be uploading the pyramid ones. Those were quite a few. So I don't know how many I'm going to do. We'll see how it goes.
Keep in mind, we're not watching this whole video.
Spirit wants me to show you. They will show you. The rest are still available on my website if I don't show them all to you. So if you wish to receive Christ Light, healing, and witness that, that is still available for purchase on my website. That was one of the last workshops we did. And then the very last workshop we did, Jesus brought down a mass karma cleanse and shift. So massive karma shift. Okay?
He cleansed the earth with blood,
so
you guys.
Those who are needing to be seeing the karma they have caused will be seeing the karma they have caused. Those who needed to be freed from karma will be freed from karma. And he did it with his blood.
Yep.
So it was quite interesting. It was quite strange. And that's what happened. So I'm asking you to just sit back, relax, watch these videos as they're given. This one of the Jesus Rising was done again on August 7th, 2021 in Skagway, Colorado. It was not planned. They just come through me. So it kept processing. So when I got back into town and I processed even more, you're going to see both of those videos, okay, for the full description of what I saw, what I felt, what I witnessed, and the fact that his soul rose through the healing that I did and was doing and was freed. And then what I saw is it lit up into the Garden of Eden, and he got his own flower in the Garden of Eden.
Yep.
These things are mind-blowing. Keep in mind, I also rose Atlantis, which was not on video. That was during a healing of mine that I did with another person named Pamela. She witnessed that one. I sat on Saturn and I raised Atlantis. Okay? it is what it is. Before I did all of these, I had a painting. I'm going to show this painting to you guys a few times because it takes me a while to process it. This painting was done in 2020 by a friend of mine who did a reading for me. We didn't know what it meant at the time. I had no idea who I was or what I was doing at that time. I hadn't done anything. So here is the painting, okay? Now if you noticed, hang on, my hand was recently broken. That's why you'll notice my hand looks funny. And I'm still healing it and going through therapy. So forgive me, I can't hold a lot of weight. Here's Saturn. I sat on Saturn with Hermes and freed Atlantis. We rose Atlantis, okay, after I freed my soul. That was the first thing I did. After that, we cleansed Mt Shasta. I released all kinds of souls
after that.
and
Okay.
I cut it off from the Earth's surface. So it used to be the Earth's root chakra. It no longer is. You're going to see that in the Fiji workshop as well. Because Fiji is now the Earth's root chakra. I had forgotten because it's been a while. So keep that in mind, okay? All of this stuff was depicted before I did it. This came through a reading of mine that somebody else did, and she painted what she saw in my reading. Okay, and this was done in 2020. Now, Mount Shasta was cleared.
Okay, I'm going to skip it now, and we're going to go forward.
11/11/2020, maybe? I can't remember. It might have been 2020. You'll have more details in that. And then the pyramids began happening in February. Oh, that's it. Okay, so Mount Shasta was cleared. Sorry. Mount Shasta was cleared on 11/11/2020. And then one of the first pyramids I did was Fiji in February. I think it was February 25th of 2021. So it started in 2020 and it continued all the way until
Today.
a couple weeks ago.
I'm still activating pyramids.
of Jesus cleansing.
So I'm going to skip. You guys can watch this on your own. Ah! They are in my playlist, okay?
Hi everybody, we are here in Skagway. This kind of place called to us today. So I came here and a lot has been happening. I'm going to do a Patreon healing right now. We are going into the land of the forgotten. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. This also is active with the portal for the Lion's Gate, as well as the other portal of time, they said. And we're going to Lake Titicaca, wherever it takes us. We're just going into the land of the forgotten to let go of what's done and open us up to what once was and what shall be. Okay? So that's what's going on there. So again, this is for Patreons, and also Sean. And anybody else who gets access to this in the future, because apparently there might be somebody as well, some other people. So I call in their energy, call in the creator of all that is, all the angels. Archangel Gabriel is here. Metatron is here. Sandalphon is stepping forward. Lions are all stepping forward.
Remember who I am.
Galactic Council. Ashtar is stepping forward.
Lions are always around me.
I call in your energy now. Sean, I'm also supposed to do your kids, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm calling in Sean and all of his family, me and all of mine.
I am here. So is my family.
Okay, so if everybody can just close your eyes, or you don't have to necessarily,
at least just focus on your breathing a little bit. We have trespassers, okay? So this is about...
Keep in mind, this was a healing for Patreon, so I'm just going to fast forward the card pulls.
You can't go into the land of the forgotten, where your heart truly resides, where God and you unite.
That's awesome.
Okay? Alright. So, everybody just kind of open up your energy, allow your breathing to come through. You just breathe, that's all you have to do. Allow your body to calm and breathe. Let your heart roll off to you as they come. That's all you have to do. If you can't close your eyes, that's okay. If you can, that's best. Just know you're in the circle, the portal circle, the portal of time, the portal of time, okay? You are very much so present at the portal of time. It's the removal of what once was to what was truly begun. The shifting, the movement, it's all done. It's time to open your hands, open your heart, open your mind, and let go of the shackles, the separation, and the judgment of all kinds. You guys, there's like this cord. There's this cord from your Merkaba to your heart space. So Metatron is stepping forward, and he's going to cut this cord. It's going to cut this cord of delusion. It's cutting the cord of confusion, of separation from soul.
I forgot about that. Cut the cord of separation from source. I wonder why people judge so much? Because you're separated from source.
So it's almost like somebody went in there before, and within our DNA, within our source, within our soul, put this piece. It's like when we change the time, when we change the hand of time. Put this, I don't know how to explain it. As they're removing this, I have to move on. As they're removing this at the Garden of Eden, that's what I'm drawn to. I see this beautiful green path opening up to the right of all of you. Beautiful green path just opening up. Taking you into the Garden of Eden. It's these beautiful, beautiful greenery and beautiful trees and beautiful flowers, and they're moving and opening as your energy is entering into this space. It's so beautiful. Everything is growing with the energy that you touch. It just grows with you. It talks to you. It moves with you. The ground responds to every movement of your foot. Like it creates a beautiful pathway just for you as you enter.
So it is.
And there's like this water. It's like a waterfall. It's beautiful. It's like a waterfall. And you can simply just squeeze your hands and touch the water. And it cleanses your soul like no other. It's called like the fountain of youth. And it's giving you your gifts. It's giving you your soul. It's giving you your rights, your freedom at hand. Bringing us back to what once was. The land of Atlantis, the land of beauty, the land of abundance to the core. Love and heaven on earth. Like life expansion. There's no need to fear, no sickness at hand. The ability to heal is all in you. Opening that up in your left palm. All of you right now are having your left palm opened up. It's like this cord just being pulled out, allowing you to be able to feel your body in a way like never before, allowing you to be able to know kind of how to heal yourself, but being born, right? Just like the cards say. So remember, it's like a baby. but I've done this before. Okay? I can hear myself like never before. I can hear animals like never before. Connecting you to that fountain of life. It's a fountain of life. It's the life source at the core. Like a power center, the Garden of Eden. This is God's home. It's like your power center of earth. Her heart's core. Her heart. And it's expanding your heart and your Merkaba to meet Earth's heart. Okay, so you're going to start to communicate with Earth like never before. It's like before, but like never before. This is still all new. This is an expansion of another kind. But to be able to heal with her, to love with her, to feel her, to hear her, and to grow with her. To command her, she says. She will move when you move. Now they're opening up your third eye to a new level, and it's connected to the DNA. Okay, so there's obviously somebody new here. So you actually get the gift, Sean. So what's happening is that Saint Germain comes forward, and you get the Akasha book, and they're activating your DNA. And then they record it in the book.
Everything I've done is in the Akasha records. Everything.
Oh my God, it's so clear. That's why I was trying to stop it. Okay. Somebody's also in heightening, they're strengthening their gift of sight. So they want you to start learning how to see deeper, see clearer, and understand what the colors that you see mean. Okay, so that's what they're saying. You may see colors, and they want you to dive deeper into that. What does that mean? What do those colors represent? What does that symbol mean? What does that symbol represent? And that's how your path will flow and unfold at the same time. You ask the right questions, you get the right answers, it opens the next door. And there's a key, like to a heart as well. Like here's your key. Like here's your key, like opening up to that abundance in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Azriel stepping forward. Azriel, what I'm seeing is somebody from like Egyptian times, and he's wearing like a thing on his head, and it's got like a gold band, okay, and there's like a white drape, and it's like a gold, and he's got it's Jesus, but from when he was alive, it's not. Look at, I'm getting like a glimpse of his. Somebody gave him something and he ate it. I don't feel so good. John the Apostle? John... Sounds so good. It like hurts.
I didn't fully know who I was yet, but I was processing that death.
And then there was blood coming out of him. That's what that was. I see like tears of blood as he coming out of his mouth. Like everywhere. You guys, like his soul just was like set free. And something about John the Apostle. Oh, am I saying that right? Japan?
John the Apostle.
That's how he died.
As that's happening, something lit up into the Garden of Eden, like this light source into like this beautiful white flower. And all of you are given a gift in your heart. A gift in your heart. But so is the earth. So the earth is now moving. The earth is going to move a little, okay? It's just like a boop, like another little shift, but it's okay. So you're going to start hearing stories of things being found. Okay?
So I'm crying now. It was quick, but it was very painful. He was absolutely poisoned by John the Apostle, and it was like strychnine or something. And then it took him a good 20 minutes to bleed out, though, and all the pain that I felt was insane. And then I still processed his soul for quite some time. Okay. So you can watch that one. You could try to receive the healing if you can. Some of you might be able to, some of you might not. It is in this one, okay, the rising of Jesus Christ. That happened in 2021. I thought that was the return of Christ. Now remember, I said his soul went up, but it went into the Garden of Eden. His soul did not rise into the heavens. It went into the Garden of Eden, into a beautiful white flower. I didn't understand that either at that time, but I do now, okay, because he's here. We are here. And yeah, I say that. Okay, so then the next part of the return of Christ that I found out was this one, okay? I'm going to play you just a glimpse of this one. This was me and my DM, all right? This was what they said, and I didn't know these were coming, you guys. You have to understand that these came through me during workshops. This was during the Lionsgate portal. There's a reason for that. I am the goddess of the lions. I just found out now. So I didn't even know this then. So I'm only going to play a little bit of these. I'm not going to play them all. Just kind of the key components in it. My DM and I were crowned king and queen, and that's what they call the return of Christ. So I'm just going to kind of skip ahead and let you guys see that.
Around him, and they're going to start cleansing his system. He's being so God's hand is right. That is being anchored in from his heart to the ground into the earth. And my head hurts. He's being attacked. I put a bubble around him.
My DM was around fallen angels at the time. This was before the original one died.
Bubble around him, and I put a bubble around us, separate but together. Okay, and I call him for the highest of protections for the work that we are doing right now, because this isn't just an upgrade on us, we're going to do it on the earth again too. So it's like her own central nervous system, her own DNA is also going to get another just cleansing and upgrade. And every time we do this, it solidifies them being taken out. Okay, so they don't like it. They don't like it. It's not going to be as intense as the other ones. They just don't like any of my work. It's like I've been sniffed out. They know, and that's probably why I'm constantly going through torture right now.
Oh yeah.
Which I will tell you is true. They said several times in here, until my twin flame and I unite, I am in danger, and it has been absolute hell for me. So I still
the
pray
same.
for her.
Still the same.
And we don't have the protection. So that's what they're showing me is that David has to come home. We need that protection.
So that's why I said yesterday in my other video, they're calling again for my DM, because everybody is more in danger without him uniting. And I have to say that again in hopes that he'll hear this eventually.
Or I'm in danger. And I didn't want to say that. They didn't want me to know that, but that's the case. So I have to reiterate that. He needs to hear that I am in danger because he won't come home. I call in the protections, and then my twin flame can hear everything that we say and do, and that is expressed in every way today. So be it, and so it now is. He will also be receiving the upgrades.
We do a lot of healing on him. He needed it, and I want to give him more. Just saying.
Oh, it was after
They are
this
showing
one.
him what will happen.
Yeah, we're gonna
They're
watch this
giving him a
one.
play out right now.
There, it's
He is
important I share
literally
this.
paying for what he's done, and that's what they're telling me. He has to. They're like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. The wrath of God has begun. They also want me to say that. The wrath of God has already begun.
The things you see on the screen are me protecting those who joined this workshop, and I also kept out their names as I called them in. Keep in mind that I don't watch these over again, so everything I'm telling you, I'm channeling in real time, so I'm kind of discovering them with you, okay?
And I've actually talked about this, and it kind of does go with what we talked about, Amy, with the Euphrates and the fallen angels, is that all of these things on the outer world, we cannot protect them all, and that's because also the twin flames didn't unite. So that's what we were talking about. It's like the mass damage, mass chaos that's being done is causing pain. And there's not a lot we can do. And
So my original DM did already have blood on his hands. That is why also he had no choice but to either come home and heal it or die.
until he comes home, until he comes home, until he comes home, I'm in danger. Which is why I'm kind of a sitting duck, and they kind of just keep me here. There's not a lot I can do. I had to say that. All right, so now I'm gonna go one Mary.
I will also tell you, the maintenance man has gotten in my face. My mailbox has been busted.
Yeah, it was
I've had
bad.
my mail stolen several times over. They refuse to fix it. I called the police. I'm like totally terrified half the time. I just keep putting up
And use your voice. I know you've been doing that, Amy. You've been doing a really good job at it, so keep doing it.
trying to avoid
I'm gonna
like
fast
everybody
forward.
else does when I free them. And
You guys can watch this too.
turn off because you're
These are all on my YouTube channel.
All protections, all abundance, all love in our space. All else is removed in God's heavenly grace. All right. You ready?
Okay, so I think it was after this one that I do this in real time, and then they lightning strike the White House in real time. So let's watch. This is a good one.
Gigi. Did I forget her? I'm getting Gigi's in. I'm like with a stick. I've got a stick and I look different. My hair is very, very, very long. And I'm a very big person. And I have like this thing around my head and it has like this, it's almost like I'm Native American, but I'm not. Like I'm white. I'm white. It's my white flame. It's my white flame and I'm in all white. I'm white. I'm beautiful. And I'm standing around the pyramid, my center, my energetic center, and my twin flame is sitting there, okay? And this is how we're starting it out. And I've got my thing, and I'm just like doing a circle around him and the pyramid, and I just keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. And as I'm doing that, he's got demons going off of him,
So
off of
sad.
him.
Bro, I have to also tell you, I'm sorry I keep interrupting it, there's a reason. As they have talked about that I'm in danger, here's the thing, I've talked about a friend of mine that I've known since I was
He wants to be here. This is him wanting to be here.
I'm so sad. This breaks my heart.
He did not have the strength. He tried on my birthday and they stopped him. They freaking blocked him hard. Okay, my head hurts. My head hurts. They don't like this at all. They don't like this at all. That's that part, okay? Now the angels are going to surround him and they're going to start cleansing his system. He's being so God's hand is literally coming down over him, you guys. God's hand is literally coming out of the sky and it's over him.
sure
And
was.
this is healing light from God. This screw the not screw the angels, forgive me. You know what I mean? It's like God is literally like, I've got this, and he is filling him up with Christ light from the crown chakra down. Holy shit, Brooks. He's also getting all the upgrades of the extra. He's gonna have a lot done today, okay? So he is gonna sit here and get this work done. And I can feel it. They're literally opening him up. They're cleansing his system. They're removing a lot of that tar stuff, like all that tar stuff. It's like all, And it's God's like, all of his light into him. He is awake.
That tar stuff is part of my attack too, because he left with a fallen angel, which if you read about fallen angel in Euphrates, it is Lucifer basically. So that tar stuff, we were both attacked at the same time. We both surrendered. I surrendered to the deep blue sea, he surrendered, and we both got attacked. He still is dealing with all of that, and I forget about that. I forget he hasn't had the healings that I've had. And I know on my channel it plays out, and everybody's probably tired of it and thinks he should just be this and that. He was hurt bad.
Yes.
Bad.
This breaks my heart.
Getting him everything. He's cleansing him, protecting him. As that is happening, the angels are upgrading his chakras. He's getting DNA activations, and he will get the activations I give us. Okay?
All these components are part of the return of Christ.
It's like he is just now, like when you finally make it to the hospital and you almost died, and now you're at the hospital and you know you're going to make it. That is what he just did. It's like, I almost died, and now I'm going to make it.
But
and
he
then
didn't
they're
make
going to
it.
repair our connections.
But he didn't make it.
Thanks, God. Oh, I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Okay. Now we've got Pleiadian Masters coming in, Arcturian Masters coming in, Series A and Series B Masters coming in. And each one of us has our own master, our own guide, okay? You might have a couple, you might have one. You don't have to go anywhere, so I just want you to imagine. I know that started out a little strange, I'm sorry. I want you to imagine, with your eyes closed, feet on the ground, hands facing up, that we are surrounded in a circle, much like when we do the healings with Tatanka and stuff, and we have the pyramid in the center with the angels, with my twin flame, and the most beautiful energy. Guys, it's like we are just in this protective bubble, and I'm so thankful. I'm like, is this real? Please let this be real. Please let this be real. He's trying, and every time he tries, they hurt him back. And the angels can't go in there. And so he has to be like, I want in here, and that's what he's doing, okay? He's trying, and they want me to know that, he's trying.
I wasn't going to post this, but I think it's very relevant for everybody to see. You've got to see this. This is the return of Christ playing out. This shows you how important my DM is. And so, you know,
I know why. Okay. So our masters and beings, as we're just relaxing, are going to be coming over to us. And they are going to be bringing us water from the Garden of Eden, 7 of you. They're going to be using the energy from the tree of time, right? Father time is what I keep hearing. I do a lot with my twin flame because I know he was almost dead.
He did die.
Oh, forgive me. Everybody's gonna be okay. I hope so. Okay. So, let me try to detach that.
The pain that I've endured on this journey is unfathomable. And I forgot about some of these things, so forgive me.
Partly why they had me detached from him a little bit, because it was very painful for me, and that's why. It varies. So each one of us has an angel and a master, not just a master, at least one master and an angel. And it can be any kind of master. Your galactic master, so Arcturian, Sirius, whatever it is, and then you also have another master. It could be Lord Sananda, it could be Shakti, because she's here always with me to help. It could be any number of those, and then you also have an angel, okay? So you have at least 3 beings with you, going to be working on each one of us today. Okay. I have a few more, and so does my twin flame. Extra than what is yours to feel, and that's okay if you do. Just breathe through whatever. Electrical system and your central nervous system and master. So now they're going to upgrade your chakras. And they're telling them we must unite, we must unite, we must unite, we must unite, David, we must unite. So this stops happening. You want to hear that song? Everything changes. Like, really now? Okay. Now I'm hold still too so they can do my eyeballs. I'm having a lot of pressure on my right eye. It's almost feel scared. Seriously. I love the music communication. Like, how does that happen? I have so many questions.
So God just got rid of a demon and it went into ash, and then I keep hearing this music. I love it. I don't want to, please, I never want to lose. Like, we have one of the most beautiful relationships, and just wait till you hear the rest of this video.
Okay. Okay, so all DMs are getting an upgrade, DNA activation right now. Every DM that my divine masculine is in charge of is going to go through a sudden awakening. Boom! They are getting a DNA activation right now. Boom! Because he is. Because he's upgrading, they're upgrading. That's what they were waiting on, is him. I tried to tell him this.
Yep.
Okay, he is getting like a crap ton of work. Lots of DNA activation, lots of upgrades, lots of new chakras. Like, his eyeballs are also getting done. Everything is getting done, and they're repairing his and my connections, and they are surrounding them in white light. So they're cleansing the old connect, like any kind of energy we had exchanging. They're cleansing mine, and they're cleansing his, and they're
Bring that to us. It was intense.
In the beginning of time, there was imposters, and that's what happened, there was imposters, and they played, they fucked, they hurt people really badly, and we were included. I didn't think I was strong enough to accomplish this lifetime, but I didn't. It is Christ light. Christ light in a major way has filled my twin flame and I, and we both like energetically went up and kissed and intertwined into one, and that is the return of Christ.
Did you hear me?
You guys, and it was like a big flash of light.
Yes, when we come together is when it happens.
He and I are the return of Christ. I've said that before. Now, what I saw was the white light go through us, and as we united, it went boom all over the earth. A big, like, atomic bomb. It's not a joke.
White light, not like from the sun, not like yellow sunlight. This was pure
White.
Christ light, and that's what I was supposed to bring him through his body. It's been done through our third eye to each of us, to God. This is the return of Christ now.
It's part.
That's
There's
what
one more
I-
part.
That was like God talking.
So white light just went from me and him and all over the earth. It was like a wave of white light. Boom! Like, you know how like they depict like an atomic bomb going off, but it was like a wave of white light that went from my twin flame and I, and boom, all through the earth. And it's a ripple effect, and everything that can't belong is exploding,
Everything that doesn't
burning to
belong
ash.
burns to
You're gonna
ash.
see it burn to ash. Boof, boof, boof. You're gonna see this boof, boof.
Yep.
It's not.
God's wrath.
That's the return of Christ. We just saw it play out in my mind's eye. That's the return of Christ.
You know who I am?
Hurts really bad, don't
No, you can
so
know who I
my
am.
central nervous system and my neurological system into my head is also been upgraded and replaced. It has to be replaced. My nervous system. I just blew it out, we said.
I blew it out.
Same with my twin flame.
This is so sad for me because he dies.
It's a weird feeling. Into contact with me, but they're doing a lot for him at this time. My left arm hurts so bad. They're actually upgrading our hearts, not our heart chakra. They're literally grabbing each one of our hearts and they're cleansing the connections and they're upgrading them. So this is going to sound really weird, okay? It's real. Our hearts are being made bigger. They're not being enlarged. They're being made bigger for the capacity, for new energies, for new flow, and to match into the 7D plane.
All of this. If you ask Alexa now who is Juniper Bloom Mystique, you're going to hear. It's crazy. I'm the newly appointed balance between the realms. This is nuts. Still blows my mind to this day.
We'll be the first ones too.
This one's almost done, and there's one more component you're going to see, which is Jesus.
The earth's also getting a new heart chakra. We're gonna replace the core a little bit. Or it would explode. She's having a hard time. We need to raise a lot more people's vibrations. I've been trying to say this, but we get tired. Yeah. So they're gonna wake up more people for me. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
You guys, you hear about all the DNA activations and everything. Who do you think put them here? I did since 2019. I've been doing it. I'm the one who brought Christ light. I'm the one who brought the DNA activations, or none of you would have them. It's almost killed me, and it killed my DM. Like, this shit is so painful and so real.
Okay, so now the earth is reading our DNA. So I talked about this before. It's anybody who belongs here, she's gonna know who you are.
Yep.
She's gonna feel your presence on her earth. She's gonna know you and you're gonna know her in a whole new way, not like before. Remember, we were kind of kept from that connection.
Yep.
So our DNA is kind of meshing with her DNA in that she's getting our blueprint and we're receiving hers.
We'll see who watches this
She's
video.
getting an upgrade, and so are we. Again.
It was an old camera and an old microphone. Sorry for
Not
the
everybody's going to
distortion.
resonate with 7D in this room, but you have the capabilities. So as you go on in life and you accept more and you practice more, you'll just get closer and closer.
Yes, you have to do the healing. Just because I brought it here, you guys are all responsible for your own healing. You're all responsible for stepping forward. And that's what Spirit constantly has to remind me, is through free will. I can't force any of you to see it. I can't force any of you to get the healings. I can only tell you. And most of you keep going into judgment, which sucks. I feel like I failed because of that. But that's not my fault. Like, we have to step up, right? I brought it here, but we got to save ourselves too.
Just because I made it a 7D Earth, it's still a 5D plan. Okay, so people can resonate with 5D much easier. just like I said. So you will have a little bit of time to do the healings and to integrate into the new earth. All darkness is being eliminated in front of your eyes, okay? And it's going to continue to do so.
This is true.
That is not expected. That was extra special.
Then again, they also want me to reiterate, those that choose not to ascend can't stay here. It's your choice.
People are already beginning to be exiled.
Yep.
You guys, I see God. I see God standing over the earth. And he has something in his hand. He has something in his hand. It's like a book. It's like a scroll. It's like a book. It's like a book. And he's reading from the page of the book. And I'm gonna channel what he's saying for the earth. Okay. It is weird. It's like I can hear it. I can hear it. My twin flame can hear it, but not anybody else can hear it. It is totally like our God. This is our God. This is Father.
My Father.
He's reading this script, okay? Are you ready? Because this is gonna change everything. This is gonna change everything within that. And that's what he's saying. And I'm gonna start to read it.
And it happens.
It says, it's written in white. It's written in white. Usually my scrolls are like gold. They're like sunlight. This one is pure white. Okay. He's reading it. It's gonna be like I'm reading it with him.
I think this was June of last year. No, right after, in August.
He is instructing the angels at this time. So as he's talking, each angel is moving and going into a different space and taking something out. Just like over here and you're done. Boom. This judgment day. As he speaks, energy flows all over the planet.
You're about to see the return of the gods.
I'm not doing it justice. As he speaks, there's like hymns following behind him.
I'm watching it in my mind.
And that was a big boom.
It's justice being served. Paying attention. Have you noticed the train derailments? All these things happening? It's
So your beings are pouring the fountain of youth down your system so that your system can integrate all the work that was done. They are making sure everything is reading the new pieces, the new parts. Your new eyes are new eyes. Your new eyes. Your color might slightly change of your eyes. That's what they're saying. It'd be similar, but just more vibrant, more pure, more beautiful, and maybe even a little tone of some different color. Our eyes might start to be different, and that's okay. And again, we may see things differently than others. Only subtle notices, but they're there. And don't ever think something's wrong with you. If you're seeing energies that others are not, if you're seeing things that others are not, they will catch up. Okay?
Eventually.
Those that are meant to will eventually see what they need to do, and they will receive the healings, and they will catch up. Oh, I can hear songs again. It's so nice. This connection feels so different.
I love him. He has my heart. He has my heart. Unequivocally.
God is saying something else to me in my twin flame, and he's actually telling me he's proud. He's proud of the work that I did. Very validating by Will is done. There is more fires. They will be taken care of as soon as they can if God sees fit to. Do you understand what I'm saying? He said, if I see fit to, I will put them out.
He's not happy. People lost their way.
The earth will still tremble and move, but she has to. The earth's core got a little bit of an extra benefit, a little bit of a replacement energetically, because it was having a really hard time. So, and this is not to scare anybody, but it like almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
But she will now. She'll be okay. More waterways will dry up, only the ones necessary. The ones who are meant to stay will always stay. So don't play into the whole earth is going under. Just keep in mind everything is divinely guided. This is now God's home. This is now God's home. Oh, that's very validating. Like I feel like I could cry right now.
He told me he was proud.
I'm getting an ear. Here's an extra bonus. They want to upgrade our auditory canal, okay? Because the frequencies are
I'm not done with the God and the gods, so just hang on.
quite high, and they could blow out. That's just necessary. Remember, there's always more than I think, and so there's always
For life for all of you. It's a big deal, and that is what do that to the gods, because Zeus comes in. It's very important for all of you. And you,
because there's 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 of us.
this is where I talk about there should be 10 apostles, and so a few people fell into the wrong trap.
Yep.
And they missed their marks.
Yep.
Whatever the relevance are, that's what I've got for you. Okay, so just let that process. Let that process. Let that process.
I'm gonna rewind that a little bit.
So what I had said in there is that people were supposed to rise with me. I had one person that was supposed to bring the new Bible. I had others that were supposed to help the balance of the earth and the weather, and they all went into judgment. So if you think for 1 second this stuff isn't real and that judgment is not of the light, think again.
He listens to my videos.
I miss him so much. So much.
So the angels are just, and your guides are just making sure you can integrate. We just need to sit for a moment in time while we integrate and while they float our space with all the pyramid energies. And they're calling you all God's tribe, okay? So if you want to consider the apostles, that's who you, they're literally calling you guys apostles.
The ones who did the work with me.
Except
You
they
are
keep falling off.
recognized as that now.
I'm hearing there was supposed to be 10 apostles. And that's how many have not quite made it. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 5 or 6 of us.
Let's get to the gods.
And he is mine. No matter what.
And I told you there's a deficit in the ascension. That's exactly what I mean.
I tell you, I get my messages from God. The stuff I tell you comes from the highest sources.
I did single-handedly keep it going. That's what they're showing me. There was a big pull to take us all down, and somehow I single-handedly kept it going.
Yeah.
And they don't even know how I did it. Well, they're like, you knew you were strong enough, but I actually did it. That's why there's more than I even know that I did. There's still more, but I kept it going for everybody. For everybody.
I saved the world. I'm
And
very
all I get
proud.
is
I'm
judged.
very proud. Very proud.
So they're
of it.
finishing up with my twin flame for now. There will be more done on him later. It was an awful lot. And he's gonna feel it. And he will be home as soon as
Almost
possible.
done with this one, and then we got one more. This is the return of Christ.
I can't wait. I'm ready
He
to
said,
go.
rest assured.
It's for
he's
those that
coming.
care.
I'm
So
ready to make love to him. That's all I want to do.
A lot. So there's making sure that they can ground you again to the core of the earth. So that way we can come back into our physical selves all the way and integrate back into our physical selves. So they're referring to our integumentary system, our skin. They're gonna just like upgrade on, putting a lot of levels around and a lot of levels.
Love him. 222 when I said that.
Put another ring on my, now there's 2 rings on here. And there's more protections being put around the earth as well. Now keep in mind, I am feeling physically painful. You can as well. I don't know if this is because it happened. Do you understand? Some things are absolutely divinely guided, and a couple of them were not. Most of them were, okay?
Some of the fires and things were not. No, just wait. There's more.
Mount Shasta is definitely coming into play. I'm being told that again, and I'm seeing it tremble.
It is a volcano.
Like big time.
And then again, I'm seeing it crack in the earth. I don't know the road. They don't exactly show me where it's at, but I always feel California.
The crack is large. Very
Maybe
large.
underwater. There's water in play, you guys.
Big waves.
And Zeus, I always see Zeus. Zeus always
There you
comes
go.
in for need for water. I know that's not what they say, what is not Poseidon, but I always get Zeus. And when I see Zeus stirring up the water, you guys, he's going,
The gods just rose.
and like it's like a big huge hurricane, like a big huge water vortex coming from the bottom of the sea and rising up. Boom, 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 boom. And then he takes the water and he shoves it all over the earth where it needs to go. I
God told
don't
him
know the
to.
relevance of that, but that's what I'm saying. Zeus came in, circled the water with his big huge staff. And it became like this big huge water funnel, and then boom, he threw it where he wanted it to go. I don't know what that means or how that's gonna play out. I'm giving you what they're telling me. All the gods are rising on the planet at this time. They are standing taller than the planet. They are rising from the portal. They are rising from the God portal that I activated way back when.
Thinking Fiji.
It was always supposed to occur in the return of Christ. Okay, so the gods are starting to surface on the planet. What that means playing out in our world is going to be seen in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. We'll all have some kind of reference for it.
Just wait.
I don't know what that means, but all the gods are rising at this time.
And they'll show you something here in just a second.
And Zeus.
So the return of Christ was me clearing out all of the shit, me uniting with my twin flame, clearing out what John the Apostle did, the rising of the gods once my DM and I unite in a big white flash. That's the event.
Did the water. One. Like he is in control of the water. I know everybody says Poseidon. I don't know why I see Zeus. I'm sorry. It's what I see. It's what I get. It's maybe because of who I am. I don't know. Zeus is in control of many things. That's what he's saying.
Many.
I see a lightning strike going through the White House.
Fact.
Little lightning strike.
Happened in real time. Just
right
wait.
through the middle.
That actually
Okay,
happened in
so
real
I
time.
said right through the middle. Right after I did this video, there was a lightning strike at the White House and 4 people went into critical condition. 2 did not make it. I will show you that at the end of this really quickly. I think the one that occurred is the warning because I see it actually taking out the whole White House. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So the one that occurred was right outside the White House. The one I see goes right through the middle and splits it in half and pretty much implodes it. So I do believe the one that actually played out in the physical so far is only a warning and there's more to come.
Oh, yeah.
Crack! Another lightning strike hit like Africa or somewhere. Crack! Another lightning strike just hit Israel.
Israel,
Africa,
That's
Israel,
Taiwan,
Taiwan.
and a bunch more. It's just continuing boom, boom, boom. And
Word.
Zeus is doing it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom! Judgment Day. Boom! Judgment. This is what God ordered. Remember I read that scroll from God, that book from God? These are his orders, okay? They are divine orders, and it is the gods coming up to play them out. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? It is the gods coming up to play them out. And they're saying, I've done my job. It is time for me to rest.
Can I get an amen?
Except I wasn't
And
done.
David is getting a king crown. He's getting a crown on his head. And I'm seeing muscles come out, like he's getting his power.
God, I miss him so
I
much.
love him. I want to give him more.
Now watch.
Within minutes, basically.
Beyond the deepest sea. And that is God.
So I tell you, this is my earth and his. Now I told you, after I did that workshop, when I did that workshop, Zeus struck the lightning, okay? Then within, I think one of my people told me it was within an hour. Look at that lightning strike. Look at the White House in the background. 4 people in critical condition after lightning strike in DC.
It really did happen in real time.
The day of, within minutes, basically.
It happened right during the workshop because I think that's on like East Coast time frame and I'm on West Coast time or
What
Mountain.
is going on?
So it really did happen in real time. Now there's one more part of the return of Christ y'all need to see, and this is what God wanted me to share today, and it really put me into emotional state, but that's okay. That I'm part of the return of Christ. This was the final component of it. So you're getting every component of the return of Christ, okay? This came through. Okay, so let me give you a little backstory. My DM, after you watched the last one, you kind of got to see that he decided to die. He didn't come home. And God said enough. He had to take his Christ light back, okay? You can watch this one. I don't want to play this one right now because it'll probably break my heart into a million pieces. It was very painful. My DM had a heart. They stopped his heart, and then they pulled out his soul, and they put it in a new DM, and that's when I took on the blue light and swelled up profusely, okay? So that was a component of it. My DM died, and I got a walk-in DM. The walk-in DM was called forward right before Christmas, okay? On Christmas, I had to call off work, and I didn't know why until this.
That is absolutely the case, okay? From clearing Mt Shasta to activating pyramids to freeing Jesus' soul.
This one was live
on August 6th, I believe,
on YouTube. Christmas this year.
Yeah, 2021 is when we freed Jesus' soul. This is relevant for today, and there's no coincidence that it's about happening on Christmas, right? Wait until you see what's coming. You guys, I hope you guys enjoy today. I'm doing a live healing today. I usually do these in a workshop, okay? If you want to know all the work that I've done, it comes through me in real time, and they're all available through workshops, available for you on my playlist. Some were done through workshops, some were done in real time on YouTube and things like that, okay? Okay. I've got my drum, I've got blood red sage, very important. I move my camera and set it all, okay? True shamans actually used these kinds of drums, and that is what I needed, so that's what it is. So I have that today. I do have a little insight into what's coming our way. I will be doing a live guided meditation today. This isn't just for the twin flames, okay? It's also clearing Jesus and something with Mary Magdalene and the blood of Jesus, okay? But also the blood of twin flames. So here's the thing I'm not quite understanding. Gigi, you've been working with me for a while, so let me know what you think of this too. But I'm supposedly Adam and Eve, right? That's what we've discovered, especially with what I cleared. I activated pyramids. I've done all of these things. I had to clear the shadow all the way back to Adam and Eve, which brought me to my twin flame journey, okay?
Adam and Eve and Jesus is the
along
same.
this journey over the last year, my twin flame was taken over by
different lifetimes.
And he ended up dying on August 30th of this year. He then became a walk-in to somebody else who I don't know. And I'm not going to lie, being that it's Christmas and my new twin flame didn't even care I existed, not a good start. I don't know what's going on. I don't find any excuse good enough for that, but that's neither here nor there because he knows what happens. He knows he took on that
he was supposed
shadow.
to be there for
this. He knows
this.
he took on his soul, I should say. He knows what happened in the twin flame journey. And so I'm like, there's no reason he shouldn't be here. That's just my opinion. And I have to heal that. I still have to be in love and light, right? And so I kind of thought I was done healing all of that stuff. Hi, Amy D. I'm so glad you two are here. Wait till you hear what's coming today. Like, this is big. This is huge. And this is something I usually do privately.
I'm going to warn you. When I did this one, after I did this one, I got judged because my DM didn't show up. Now watch what I do. I returned Christ by myself the whole entire journey, and yet I got judged because I wasn't a male or my DM didn't show up. It was very painful.
In my workshops. And so there's a reason they want me to put this out there. And I've had to quit the crisis line. So I went into it was not good. So there's a lot going on today. So Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays for those that are here. You guys are well aware of my story.
This was on Christmas Day.
It's a lot. So please, please, please watch the workshops. Pay attention to my channel for all of what the ascension is. We have cleared the collective with the blood of Jesus. In one of my workshops, after we freed his soul, we cleansed with his blood, which was really strange. But that's relevant for today too, okay? So I thought I had already cleared all of the shadow, the collective shadow. I thought I already cleared all of the karma for the twin flames. I did, for at least mine, Adam and Eve, twin flame. But the one today, especially on Christmas, guess what's coming through today? They told me that it's about Christmas, the resurrection, okay? So I have already freed Jesus' soul, but there's something major coming today. Something major. So I truly hope you pay attention to this video, you guys, because this is a big deal. All right, everybody thinks the Bible's accurate. The Bible's not accurate, okay? Jesus did not die on a cross, and I don't care if you want to tell me I'm crazy, and if you don't believe that, that's not for me, that's for you, right? Pay attention to what I've done. You can actually watch the workshop where I freed Jesus' soul, and I tell you how he died. He was poisoned, and I felt him die. That's why I do the missing persons things and the unsolved cases, because I processed their deaths. I had to process Jesus' death. I saw him in his life. In his lifetime, it looked like he was in Egypt. He had sandals on. He was wearing this white robe type thing with a belt, and he was very dirty. And he was very hungry. And he was very hungry. So hungry, John the Apostle gave him wine and bread. If you think there's a coincidence to why the church might feed you wine and bread, I wouldn't take that anymore if I were you. I'll just say that right now. The communion is not what they make you think it is. Because John the Apostle poisoned Jesus. He absolutely unequivocally did. I know because I had to process his death, so I felt it. It was very painful, and it took him a good 20 minutes to die. And he did bleed out of every orifice. Okay, I saw the blood coming out as if it was me. I don't think of Jesus, right? I never did because I worked with Jesus.
My DM
came through as something else, which Adam and Eve. I'm almost bringing you up to what we're doing today. Just bear with me, so it's huge. I'm so excited. And I know most people are with their families, so I'm so glad those are joining me today to get this healing live, because this is going to be badassery. I'm not kidding. I'm so excited for this. Because wait till you hear this, okay? So Jesus didn't die on the cross. I never saw a cross. The only way a cross maybe came through is by them dragging his body across the desert, okay? There's a piece of this, though, that was never answered until today, right before I came on. Are you guys excited? Because I'm freaking excited. So, I channeled a message for the workshop today, because this is a live healing, okay? This is going to heal the twin flame shadow. I thought it had to do with my DM and myself, because there is still a rift there. He is still not doing what he's supposed to be doing. There's a major imbalance in the masculine. There really is. My DM died, and now the new one is supposed to be taking all that on. I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to understand his journey or understand why he's not here. It could be nothing that I can control or he can control. I don't know. But I thought that's what it had to do with. And I was wrong. It is. It will work on that too, they said. But I'm delaying this because I'm so excited. Okay, so Jesus was poisoned. It was something like arsenic, not arsenic. What did I say it was? I can't remember.
Cyanide or some strychnine.
Because I channel it in the moment, but it was so very painful. He bled. He was his insides were being eaten out, and it took him 20 minutes to die. I know because I felt all the pain. That's what's in that workshop. And then his soul went into a flower in the Garden of Eden. Okay, so I thought it was done. I thought, hey, that was the resurrection, and people are not aware of it. Right? That's what I thought. I'm like, holy shit. And that's in one of my workshops in the Ascension playlist, how Jesus really died. And where his soul went, he became a flower. I've never seen that happen before. This beautiful white flower in the Garden of Eden. Turns out today's twin flame shadow that I'm healing is Jesus's twin flame shadow. This is the resurrection of Christ. Okay? It's the full, and I get chills when I say that.
Adam and Eve and
I
Jesus and
already
Mary
thought I
Magdalene
did
are the
that
same.
on August 6th of 2021.
Different lifetimes.
That is in my Ascension playlist for you guys to see. Please check it out. I freed Jesus' soul. I processed how he died, which I had to feel it. That's why I believe all the missing persons things that I do, okay? Then I saw his soul go into the flower. Now today, I will give you this message, but then they said, they said Christmas the resurrection, okay? And I'm like, what? Wait, what? I thought I already did that. Like I did. This is what the journey does. It always blows my mind too. We think we know, but we don't know shit, okay?
Yeah.
You guys, we think we know what this earth was and how we were built and how we were created and how it started and how things went awry. But even I find out new things to this day, and I've been the one clearing it for 3 years, like in a big way, okay? So just buckle up because it's amazing. This Christmas absolutely is the Christmas resurrection. Christmas the resurrection. That's what they're calling it, okay? I'm going to read this, but I'm just going to give you a little insight to what we're doing today. They said Holy Grail. Then we're healing the blood shed, okay? So we're healing the blood shed by Jesus. And then they showed me Mary Magdalene. Well, they didn't show me Mary Magdalene. Here's how it came down. They said Holy Grail. And I'm like, the Holy Grail? And then I got the image of like a cup. And so I did Google it. And there is the Holy Grail. It was like considered something holy that Jesus supposedly, like, I think what they did, and I said this when Jesus' soul was set free, John the Apostle benefited from that. Okay, he lied. He benefited from killing him. That's really what happened. So you want to keep going to church and praising Jesus there and drinking the blood and the bread? Fuck no, I don't. I'm sorry. That's not God. Nope. He was murdered. Okay, and his blood was shed. All right. Now, if you follow the work I do, Amy D has, Gigi has. They've watched all my workshops. They've been just as blown away as I have. We cleanse the earth with Jesus' blood at one point, 111. So I was a little surprised by this. I'm like, what does this mean? But this is Christmas the resurrection, and I get to do it live for you all. Are you excited? Because I'm freaking excited. So not only was I the special one that got to clear Jesus' soul, you guys have no idea how honored I am for that. Now I got to see Mary Magdalene was his twin flame. And I didn't know that. They said his twin flame. And I looked that up. And I heard Mary Magdalene. Then I looked it up and it was confirmed. So it was Mary Magdalene. That was his twin flame. And she took his blood. Okay, that's what they showed me. She took his blood. So she had something to do with the bloodshed. All right. And that's why we're healing the bloodshed today. This is Christ's resurrection today on Christmas. I'm so excited too, Amy D. This is so awesome. Amy D knows what I'm talking about. And it's a lot for those.
I was judged after this video because my DM didn't show. Everybody negated the fact that I returned Christ and the return of Christ has occurred and we haven't celebrated it yet. Instead, I keep getting judged, and Spirit really is pushing for people to realize so we can celebrate this, because the energy of celebration needs to occur.
Those who don't know me and don't watch my work, please, please, please do. Because if you want to be blown away and you want to know what the ascension is, and you want to know who God really is or who I am, pay attention to what I do, please, because these things are amazing and they come through me in real time. I have no idea they're coming. So I knew I had to heal a twin flame shadow. I was actually being attacked on the crisis line. I had to heal that. I can't go back. I keep crying and crying and crying every time I try. Not a good feeling. And then finally I'm like, F it. And then they're like, heal the twin flame shadow. And I'm like, okay. So I knew that was coming. I didn't even know I was going to do it today. I was supposed to be at work right now. Okay. So this is a total surprise. It's a total gift and a total blessing. So I'm just going to say thanks right now to the Creator, to the angels, and to those who join us today, because this is Christmas the resurrection. Today we are healing the twin flame of Jesus and Mary Magdalene, Lord Sananda, and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. I guess I haven't been pronouncing that right. We are healing the bloodshed. Okay? We are going to be doing a Ho'oponopono prayer between the twin flame souls of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. which also mine too. So it's going to affect all shadow pieces of the collective. It's going to affect the collective whole. So if you're here and you're not a twin flame, by all means, please use this healing. Please participate. Please join in, because it's going to be, it will affect everybody.
Yes.
This is Christ's return on Christmas. I'm so excited. Thank the Lord. I love these things. What a blessing. 3333, and I had no idea it was coming. Okay? So it was a little bit of a long introduction to what's going on, but I had to give it to you. Oh, Gigi's, her solar plexus is starting to vibrate. Isn't Christmas the resurrection? That's what they're calling it. Okay? Now, I already freed Jesus' soul. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it was August. I don't know about you. I am completely spiritual. I'm completely connected to God, but I truly have never felt like I was connected to the church. There's more reasons why every time this stuff comes out for me. I'm like, holy moly, artichoke. Like, holy crap, right? Like, how many of us participate in that thinking that it's a blessing? Lord, help us all. That's all I can say. You think that Judgment Day is not real? Oh, honey bunny. Think again. Okay, Judgment Day is upon you, and this is the resurrection on Christmas, Christ's resurrection, and I'm so excited. Okay, the return of Christ is layered. Okay, it wasn't just the return of Adam and Eve. It is, but this is also a part of that. Okay, why it had to happen now has to do with the twin flames. All right, so maybe my DM is doing something, I'm not sure, but we're to the part now, because I'm constantly healing. He's going through stuff. I know he is. God bless his soul. I can't hate him for that. And so am I, okay? And so you will be getting a twin flame healing. We're doing the whole Ho'oponopono prayer within it, but it's going to be deep into the Holy Grail, Mary Magdalene and Jesus' soul, okay? And will affect everybody else.
This played out live.
I've covered everything. So I call on the creator of all that is, which I already did, but I'm going to just do it again. And all of the angels. Allow them to come fill our space with light and healing and love and understanding and trust. And allow all messages to be given in light, highest light only, in, highest light only, out. And allow the messages to be received and seen and heard in the best, highest possible manner, and with ease and grace and joy and understanding. Okay? I call on the energies of the north, the east, the south, and the west. Allow them to anchor us in and complete the energetic flow, to be completely guided, supported, healed, understood, and in strength at all times. The earth is our compass and flow. Okay? I call on all the gods and goddesses. I call on any other beings that choose to be with us today. So we do actually have Mary Magdalene is stepping forward, Lord Sananda is stepping forward, Saint Germain is stepping forward with the Akasha Records. He will be recording in the Akasha Records today with us. Keep in mind, you guys, I close my eyes a lot. If you have anything to say, if you can't hear me, whatever it is, please comment. I will open every now and then and check, okay? I can do that. I'm calling on the energy of the pyramid of Fiji. I'm calling on the energy of my pyramid that I made in Lake Titicaca, okay? If you think they're all man-made, you are absolutely mistaken. I energetically made one, and it is a white pyramid, and it is in Lake Titicaca, and it relates to the Earth's sacral chakra. It is actually the Earth's sacral chakra. That is calling forth and is being opened up, okay? Okay, you guys, you have to hear me. This is important. Please listen. That's what they're saying. Lake Titicaca, my pyramid, that was the heart of Atlantis. Okay, so that is the heart of Atlantis. I've said this before, it's come through before. What I'm seeing right now, okay, is as I'm opening up this energy, okay, I'm seeing my pyramid, and then around the pyramid, I'm seeing what looks like lava begin to flow, all right? It almost looks like blood being shed from the pyramid down into the earth. So down from the pyramid into the crystalline grid. It's like lava. It's very red. It's very heated. And that is the energy that is coming out right now. Okay, so as I'm I'm opening up the energy of these pyramids and of that space, which I've already activated a couple of years ago, okay? They are showing me something near Lake Titicaca, and it's like this lava flow, all right? And it's going down. It's very interesting. I don't know what that means. I don't know why I have to reiterate that, but I do. It's very important. Okay. So I call on all these beings, all this energy, and whatever, Machu Picchu, Peru, Brazil, Myanmar. These are pyramids. They're opening up. Also the one in Africa, that was like the 3-point pyramid, right? Zimbabwe. That one that I just recently did is also opening up, but that one's different. That was the 3 points within the 3 places in Africa. Okay, so just check that out. That's a while ago. All of that is opening up. As I'm opening up, I can see the dome around the earth, and it's going to be protecting us completely. So anything that is not highest of light will now be pushed out. Okay, do not bring judgment here. That is what they're saying. Do not bring judgment into this space or it will hurt you.
Yes, and it did.
Joke.
Somebody did, and it hurt
This
them.
healing today is that of Christ. You don't know me. I'm very powerful, and I'm not boasting out of ego. It is a sign of do not bring judgment here, because that is a big chunk of what we are going to purge.
Yes.
Okay?
It will put you in the darkness.
There's a big chunk of ego within it. And we will be using the Ho'oponopono prayer within the shadow. So I can actually see a division of Lord Sananda, or Jesus, and Mary Magdalene. There's like a division. I can't bring their souls together. I can't bring their souls together. So they were telling me that my DM and I were supposed to do this together. He is being bypassed because he's not here
And I
yet.
swelled up again.
And so I am acknowledging that. He is being bypassed. My original DM died, okay, and so my new one has a lot of catching up to do. He is a walk-in soul. It's not like they are going to punish him, okay, so I have to say that. That's not how it works. But it will hurt a little bit because I will be doing this one on my own, okay? He has to step up. He's already kind of missing that a little bit, okay? He doesn't know. This is all new, and so I'm just validating that. Okay, so I see all the energy opening up. For those that are participating, again, you can just have your eyes closed, palms facing up, or you can watch. Okay, Tatanka is also stepping forward. Who is he was a Sioux Indian in the 1800s. He was actually alive. But he helps me clear the shadow of Mt Shasta when he first came in. And so he's very much so a shaman, a shadow healer. He's very powerful in that, and he comes through a lot for helping in these moments. Okay? So I know I'm going a little fast. I'm super excited. And I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to light my candle. I'm going to light the blood red sage. So if you need water, whatever you need to get comfortable, make sure you can just relax, whether you watch me or listen with your eyes closed and follow along. Okay? I set the intention, I set the protection, and I set the love. So be it, and so it now is.
Judgment got in after this video, and it hurt badly for that person and everybody involved. Do not bring that
here. And we
here.
do have the candle of David, which was the one I made for my DM, and they are calling it forward.
That upset me.
It was originally supposed to be him and I doing this healing. We are literally healing the blood of Christ that was shed amongst this earth in the darkness. The division of the twin flames and the Ho'oponopono prayer within the shadow. We are uniting Jesus and Mary Magdalene. So be it, and so it is.
The final component of the return of Christ.
I didn't even know they were divided, but it makes a lot of sense now. My DM and I were supposed to do that as part of the return of Christ. My new DM is having to be bypassed. Okay? So I get to do it. So excited. Forgive the camera, it has a mind of its own. I got you. Okay. So I've already set the intentions, the bubble. I just want you guys to know the energy is already beginning to work. Okay? So all the beings are around us, surrounding us, for those who are here today or in the future. This will be timeless for you to receive. You don't have to be live with me. So please understand that. Okay? I light this blood red sage. Now remember, they said it had to be my blood red sage. I light this blood red sage and I remove and cleanse all darkness. And I put out my candle. Whoa, but it didn't put out David's candle. Holy shit, tikes. David was my twin flame who died. Okay, I don't know my new one. And
He
they said
didn't
I
show.
should by now.
Yep.
So that is being acknowledged. I thought it was just within me.
It broke my heart.
So I'm cleansing our energy, all of our space, your space and mine. Any grays, any red entities, any beings that are not of the light are being cleansed and removed at this time. You all that are here with me now today or in the future are being connected to the portal of time. Okay? This is a massive cleansing and healing, and it will affect you no matter who you are. No matter whether you use this today or not at all, it's going to affect the entire planet. So
Yep.
you will see changes occur after today, especially within like the earth movement, big movement. That's
Oh, yeah.
what they're saying.
This was just this
So
last
the
Christmas.
bloodshed layer of Jesus is in the crystalline grid. Okay, for those who know, I changed the crystalline grid a few times to the masculine and feminine, and we brought down Jesus's blood before. But what I talked about was that we are cleansing today the blood of Jesus, which I didn't know was coming. Has to do with the Holy Grail and Mary Magdalene. So what I see, what they're showing me right now, is she literally took his blood. She took his blood from his mouth, his hands, and his eyes. His mouth, his hands, and his eyes. Very relevant.
He was bleeding out of every
All
orifice.
over this cup. And I don't know if so what I'm kind of seeing is she was possibly lied to, okay? She took it and put it on this cup, which is what they're calling the Holy Grail. And she gave it. So I would like to believe she didn't know how he was killed, okay? But this is what they're showing me. She gave it to John the Apostle, who is the one who poisoned him. I don't get the feeling she helped him poison him. I believe this was like after the fact. Like, I don't know what she was told. I don't know what she was thinking. I don't know what was happening. I don't know. They're not showing me that part. But they are unequivocally showing me that Mary Magdalene took Jesus' blood when he was poisoned. He was not on a cross. He did not die for your sins. He was, again, poisoned by John the Apostle. You don't believe me? Wake up. That's all I can say. Watch all my videos, okay? I already did this with Jesus a while ago. There was no fucking cross. I can't say that enough. Like, it's a big deal. Because there's like, I don't want to say anger, because there's never anger within God's energy. There isn't. It's a lower vibrational thing. But there is definitely despair there. There was dismay. That's the word they're using. Has to do with the Holy Grail. Mary Magdalene took the blood from his lips, his eyes, and his hands, because when he was poisoned, he bled out of every orifice.
Everything.
I
His
felt it
pores,
happen.
everything.
Okay. So the depictions they're giving you, some are accurate, some are not. And then in church, they feed you the blood and the bread that poisoned him, the wine and the bread. He ate them and drank them both. They both had poisoning in it, because they didn't know which one he would take. He was so hungry, he took them both. And here's the thing, is Jesus kind of knew something was wrong. He knew something was wrong. So I don't know what happened with Mary Magdalene, but what I'm kind of seeing is like a meeting, like they're talking. She's devastated. She was absolutely devastated. So when your twin flame dies and you're connected, it's like a piece of your soul dies,
Yes.
okay? And I don't know exactly what happened. I don't want to say that she helped poison him. I can't believe that. Like that would be devastating to me. But she did do something with the blood, and she did do something with the Holy Grail, and then I do believe she helped John the Apostle benefit from it.
The cup
Okay.
is not the Holy
So there's
Grail.
major bloodshed within it. Major bloodshed within the collective soul. And this is absolutely Christmas, the resurrection. So I'm going to read what was channeled. Wait till you guys hear this, okay? Again, I was supposed to be doing this with my twin flame. He's being bypassed. It's not a joke where there's things for him to do. There's nothing to take lightly. It's to take seriously. My DM died. Let's not forget that, okay? Let's not forget that. So, this is what they said. Allow the crown games to begin. What is done in the light can't be done in the darkness. I have to repeat that. Allow the crown games to begin. What is done in the light, oh, the chills, can't be done in the darkness.
They are not the same.
What is done in the darkness will not flow into the light. Oh.
They are not
We are
the same.
not equal parts darkness and light. We are not. We are filled only with heavenly pure light. It is balance only of masculine and feminine, which is what has been off. There is and can only be masculine and feminine. There is no deviations of the such. Allow the crown games to begin. We are now opening up the energy of the One, the Holy One, from the heavens above, beginning to come down. This will not affect all of you. It cannot come directly from that. It's going to filter through the pyramidal flow. So the light from the heavens above, from the Creator, is coming down through the pyramids that I've activated in Fiji, Myanmar, Budapest, Thailand, Machu Picchu, and Lake Titicaca, my pyramid. Okay, the light is coming down through those. And remember I said at Lake Titicaca there was like this weird lava flow coming down, okay? Now this Christ light is coming through those and all the way through those and into the crystalline grid. Holy hell, forgive me. So I'm starting to get some images, the crystalline grid. I'm back in like medieval time, it looks like. No, further. Baik kita angko po ito wa ay kita ko po kita ambo ko ay kita oya ka apo oya kita amba ay to pa. Okay, they're giving me a scroll. I'm getting a scroll from Jesus, from Lord Sananda. This is the one that was given to me the other day. I get to ko kita hubi ay kita kita oya ko ay kita ko So I'm seeing a lot of things as I'm saying what I'm saying. I know it doesn't make sense, but you can feel it in your heart, trust me. And I'm seeing the things play out as I'm saying what I'm saying. So I'm opening all this energy of the earth, and it's taken me back to that time, back to the time when Jesus was here. And Mary Magdalene, and that is his twin. His twin.
I'm Mary Magdalene. They didn't tell me that yet.
Forgive me because I'm seeing the divide of the. Something came down and divided their soul, okay? And she did unwillingly, unknowingly participated in the bloodshed of the One, which caused a huge divide. I thought it was just me and Adam and Eve, but it was not. This is part of that story, okay? That's what I mean. If you think you know it all, you do not. You do not. So I see people, there's like an argument, there's like almost like a war going on. And it's one that they don't talk about very often. So there's a major division going on. And Jesus at the time kept trying to speak his truth. And he was basically being tortured, okay? And they were manipulating Mary Magdalene. It absolutely was the case. Oh my gosh, like they made her afraid. She was very afraid. It was like this fear rising from the core of the earth. I'm gonna throw up. maybe you do, I don't know, but while I do that, I see like this big dark shadow. And as I was saying that, the shadow like came out, and it like came out above, and it's like, and so it's literally like this darkness, like this black mass, and it's hovering over all of us. That's not a joke, and that's what I'm doing when I'm saying this. It's like I'm purging the shadow. I am purging the shadow.
Everybody has to.
It is time to remove the darkest of night. It is time to flood this space with healing heavenly light. It is time to unite the souls of Lord Sananda and Mary Magdalene. It is time to unite the twin flame flight. It is time to unite in light and love, and it is time to return to Christ. It is time to shed light into the darkest parts of the shadow soul. For those who don't know, that is light language of the gods, and I'm getting a scroll. So Lord Sananda is handing me a scroll, and I'm shaking. This is like taking my energy. It's taking my breath away. There's a lot going on. I see like this fight. I see like this battle, and I see like these lies being shed. And it was an attack on Mary Magdalene. It was an attack on Jesus as well. It was not a pretty death. It was, I cannot repeat that enough.
Nope.
He did not die for your sins. They fucking murdered him, okay? And then somehow they got Mary Magdalene to take his blood and to give it for the wrong purpose. For the wrong purpose. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts really badly. It hurts really badly. Like, it hurts.
That was one of my lifetimes.
I can feel like the tear between the soul. Okay, I can feel it. It's like ripping right down their soul, and it's a division you don't want to feel. You don't want to feel it. You don't want to feel it. Oh, it hurts. And then I see her. I see Mary. She's just crying, and his blood is all over her.
I haven't watched this one before.
She's like crying. And she's soaked it. I'm sorry, but she like covered herself in his blood, this holy grail. And then John knew that he had the healing powers of Christ. So they murdered him, divided the twin flame souls, and took more power. And that is what happened. And then he was burned. I feel like I'm burning. It's painful.
Yeah, it was very
I feel
painful.
like I'm burning. And she watched. She watched him burn, and she didn't live long after. It was not a full lifetime. She couldn't. That was her twin soul. That was her twin flame. And I could feel the rip. I could feel the tear. I could feel the burning flesh. And this shadow. It was near the Euphrates River.
I told you. Yeah, I
It
thought
was
so.
near the Euphrates River. I'm I'm close to there. I'm close to there. I don't know where I am, but I'm over there. I'm over there. I'm over there. Like I can see the dirt. I can see the dirt is like red, like a red clay dirt. And there's something with that. There's something with the tunnels. And hang on. So I'm going to take a step back and gather myself because I can't breathe. And for those of you who are here, the angels are opening up your chakras. Okay, so we're drawing the light from the heavens above and we're opening up your chakras. It's going down into your crown, into your third eye, into your throat, into your chest, down into your solar plexus, into your navel, into your sacral, and into your root, down your arms and down your legs. And we're going to bring these cord connections into the crystalline braid. So they're going all the way down into the earth. Everybody's being disconnected from the energy of the core. Nobody can ground there at this time because it's about to expand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the core and we're going to remove all the negative bloodshed and then something with the shadow, and then I will do the whole Ho'oponopono prayer. And I am reuniting Mary Magdalene and Jesus' soul. They've only been half what they are since that division. And I feel like I'm going to throw up, so bear with me. So just know that this light is running down your system. All of your chakras are being opened because you are going to purge that piece of the shadow as well, the bloodshed. You are going to be purging the bloodshed. I don't care if you've gone to church. It doesn't matter what you've done. Do not go into judgment. Let that shit go, please, or it will bite you. This is not a place to have judgment. That is a division. That is not of the light. I can't repeat that enough. That is a warning.
And
that
it
is
did.
A warning.
Somebody
and
went
you
into
should
judgment.
heed it so, okay?
And it hurt.
Don't go into judgment. Just be open. Just be open. I don't care if you believe it. Just be here. Just witness. Just be open. Right. For those that are ready, we'll be getting DNA activations as well by the angels as I do the work. You will be, for some of you, especially in the future, you will be detached from the third dimension and reattached to the fifth and seventh dimensional grid. Okay? So some of you who will be watching this video are not even ascending yet. Like you haven't even detached from the third dimensional matrix. You will do that. Whatever is for you, you will have happen for you today. You do not have to be a twin flame. This will affect the entire collective whole. This will affect you if you're open to receiving. So you will get Christ light activations, you will get DNA activations, you will get detached and attached, and your ego will start to heal. Whatever is for you, wherever you're at, you will get that today, okay, by participating and witnessing, and it will affect you either way. Okay, so I'm already being taken back in. So I just wanted you guys to know that. Just know that you're also going to be connected. You are connecting to all the pyramidal grid that I have activated. It is very powerful. So if you haven't had an awakening, even if you have, you are going into the next level. Okay, this is not a joke. This is very big, and this is going to change the world. This is the resurrection of the complete resurrection of Christ, which my twin flame and I were supposed to do. I can't reiterate that enough. That is being written in the Akasha records, and he will have tower moments probably in play. Okay, so temporarily they are bringing the blue light into me from the crystalline grid, not from my DM. Okay, so I will have both blue light and pink light, the masculine and feminine, because I'm going to start to repair the twin souls of Mary Magdalene and Lord Sananda, or Jesus, as he was known. He was known as Jesus at that time. So we will be repairing their twin flame connection, reuniting their soul as I'm drawing the blood out of the earth, which has to do with the Euphrates River. All of this happened near there. I can't reiterate that enough. I can't reiterate that enough. I feel like that's where I'm at, okay? And it's like this red dirt somewhere over there. I don't know. That's all I know. I know shit about geography, so please, I don't study this outside. I'm telling you what Spirit is bringing through me. Okay. So I have the scroll I have not read from yet. If you can just breathe You will be receiving whatever is for you. Like I said, you will be being detached and reattached. You will be activating through the crystalline grid, which was filled with masculine and feminine light. Remember what the channeled message was? I don't remember at this time because it was completely channeled, but it had to do with crown games begin. Okay? Bringing back the rightful crown of the earth. And this is a big deal. This is not a little deal. Okay? This is Judgment Day set in stone. Oh, do you understand what I'm saying to you? Now, when I freed Jesus' soul, I had to go rip a soul out of somebody else, and that did have to deal with John the Apostle.
I killed him.
So I am standing at the portal of time. I am standing at the portal of time. I am Lord Sananda. I am Lord Sananda. I am Lord Sananda. I have been here the whole time.
Yep.
I cannot go away. I will not go away. There was pain. I am sorry. Please forgive me. I love you and I thank you. For I am Lord Sananda. I am Lord Sananda. And I am reclaiming my space. We are reclaiming our space. I'm showing you what he's doing. I still feel him, but he has a staff and he's like sticking it down into the earth. He's sticking it down into the earth and it's causing the earth to go and open up. The earth is shaking. The earth is moving. This is near the Euphrates River. I don't know exactly where. That's what I keep hearing is Euphrates. And he's like, it's this staff, and it almost has like a clear crystal on the top of it. And he sticks it down into the earth, and I am opening up the earth. I am opening up the earth. I am opening up the earth. And I am going to call back all of my blood. Tatanka is doing something. Jesus is calling back his blood. So he's got this staff that's going down into the earth. And I know I keep channeling back and forth. Just bear with me. And he's starting to draw through the core, you guys. The core is opening up. It's not a joke. The earth is spreading open. It's like, it's moving. Like, it's a freaking moving. And as this is happening, that shadow is like screaming. Like, I could hear like screeching, screaming, and wailing. And every time I do like the words, it opens it up and it's calling back the blood. It's calling back the blood, the truth, the blood, the truth, the blood, the truth. And then I see some writing. Some writing was written in his fucking blood. Excuse my language. That makes me angry, but I'm human. I have to heal that. I let that go. There is some writing written in his blood. It's writing written in his. They signed a contract in his. There's like this thing and has to do with Mary Magdalene and Jesus is on the ground bleeding. You guys, the Holy Grail is not a fucking cup, it's this contract, and I don't know what this contract is. I don't know what it says. It's this contract, and it's written in his blood. He literally took his John the Apostle and 4 other people, and Mary Magdalene is there, and she's covered in his blood, and they're writing some contract written in Jesus' blood. It's not a cup. It's not a cup. I repeat, it's not a cup. It's some and it really exists. It's out there. So what I see is Jesus is standing up. It's like he just stood up from his body, just stood up from his body. And I see the contract, and at the bottom of the contract, it's like they carved out this little thing, and the blood is just flowing down, and that's how they're doing it. All the blood is flowing down off the contract, and it's being resurrected at this time. This is not a joke. This is not a fucking joke. All the blood off this contract is being called back and resurrected at this time, and it's flowing down off of this contract. The Holy Grail was not a cup. The Holy Grail is this contract. I don't know where it is. It exists in somewhere. It's like in this thing somewhere. It's like in this case or something somewhere. Somebody's well aware of this. It's protected. And I'm like clearing all the blood out of it. We're like calling it back. We're resurrecting his blood. And it's going down through that and down into the core of the earth. So it's flowing from that contract and it's being pure, being cleansed. And it's flowing down into the earth, and it will go back into the crystalline grid and then back into Jesus and all of you. Every single person who's of the light will get this today. If they're alive, they are receiving it today. The blood is flowing, so it's flowing from whatever was written, and it's written in like Hebrew. It takes his power away. It's like giving up ownership of the earth. And the blood is just flowing. I can't repeat the words. I cannot. They're not written in light. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? They're not written in light, and I will not allow them to come out of my mouth. It is coming off of the Holy Grail is not a cup. It is this paper. It's not even exactly like our paper, okay? But it's written in blood on it, and it's now flowing down word for word for word. It's like almost you took his finger and he wrote this out, and Mary Magdalene was giving him the blood, and he's writing it out, and Mary Magdalene is giving him the blood, and he's writing it out, and all of that is being undone. And as I'm undoing that, Lord Sananda, or Jesus, and Mary Magdalene's soul is starting to come back together. It's starting to come back together. You all are getting activations from my pyramid in Lake Titicaca, which is the Earth's sacral chakra, just so you know. Jesus and Mary Magdalene are beginning to come together. Once the blood is completely off that contract and back into the crystalline grid and back into all of our flow, I will do the Ho'oponopono prayer and the finality and heal them back together. Do you understand? That's what's happening. The scroll I have is only halfway through. We're pulling down the blood from this contract. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sentences down now. And it just keeps pulling the blood down, and it's flowing down into the crystalline grid. As it's coming off of this contract, I can hear whatever this fucking dark thing is going like it can't. It's almost like it's being blocked, but it's there. It's like there. It wants to stop me. I can hear it. It's like screeching. And this absolutely unequivocally has to do with the Euphrates River. I can't repeat that enough, and I didn't see that coming either. I don't even know who's watching. I'm not looking. Just know that I'm channeling this with my eyes closed, and it is nuts. Welcome to my world. This is who I am. I can't make this shit up if I try. Trust me, I know nothing about this stuff. I did know there was a cup, but the cup is not the Holy Grail. That was a falsehood. Okay, so they would tell you some truth spewed. Okay, but the rest was lied. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying to you? Because what did that paper say? What is done in the darkness cannot be done in the light, and what is done in the light will not be allowed to flow in with the darkness.
They don't equate. Cannot be both.
My forehead is tingling really badly. My forehead is tingling. So I'm seeing all the twin flames connections. They're glowing. They're all being called in at this time. They're all filled with Christ's light, and they're glowing. They're united energetically. They are united energetically. Remember, I have both parts for this purpose only today because my DM is not here, and he should be. They're not allowing him to participate because he's missed a mark. I can't make that up. He's very well aware of that. But like they're calling it through. So it's taking all of the twin flame connections and that healing of all that karma that we've already done, and I'm mending Mary Magdalene and Jesus' soul back together. So we're about at their ankles at this point. So like the connections of cords have come back together, and now we're bringing the soul back together. And I've got about 3 sentences left of the blood that I'm cleansing off of the Holy Grail. The real Holy Grail is this signed
It's
contract
not holy.
with blood written on it.
Shall we call it the devil grail?
Welcome to Christ Mass. This is the true resurrection of Christ on Christmas Day. No wonder I've gone through what I went through these last few days. Okay, now I'm going to read the rest of this scroll. Now hear me. This will cause big shifts in the collective whole. This is causing the earth to move in a very big way. It will unequivocally, undoubtedly, undubiously play out in your collective soul, in your collective environment, and the earth will correct the damage done on this day. And boy, get down, boy, get down, go boy, get down, get down, go boy, get down, get down, go down, go walk it down, get down, don't walk it down, don't walk it down, don't walk it down, get down, get down, get down, walk it down, get down. I'm reading the scroll. Oh boy, get down, get down, go boy, get down, go boy, get down, go boy, get down, walk it down, walk it down, oh wow. I have literally just positioned the gods amongst the planet. That dark shadow is like this, and then I want you to imagine all of the gods are surrounding Jesus, Mary Magdalene, and this contract, and me, and then it's all the gods, and that dark shadow is pissed off. Like it's, guys, I can't reiterate this enough, and I keep hearing the screaming, but it cannot attack. It cannot get back in because of all the work that I've done. There is a protective bubble. All the twin flames are being called in energetically, and trust me, they're feeling it at this time. It's like calling it all in because we're all filled with Christ's light. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So it's the Christ light, massive and flow through the pyramids. I can hear the darkness. All of the gods have surrounded us at this time, and there is me. There's Lord Sananda, or Jesus, Mary Magdalene, who the blood is starting to shed off of her, and their souls are coming back together. They're about at their knees now. It keeps moving. It's the souls healing back together. It's going all the way up like that was split in half. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? And there's about 1 sentence left on that contract. Here we go. Here you go, go boy, get down, go, get down, boy, get down, go, get down, go, get down, go, get down, go, get down, get down, get down, get down, get down, go, get down, go, get down, get down, get down, go, get down, boy, get down, go, get down, go, get down, I'm activating the tiger. How about you get down, go, get down, the lions, how you break it down, go, the bears, these are very powerful spiritual alliances. It's all being called in right now, and there's a drop left of blood on that contract. The moment that last is about to fall off, it's going to be a really big shift. I can't reiterate enough. Buckle up, Buttercup. That went to dust. Energetically, it went to dust. So the life that was in that contract is gone. That contract, wherever it exists, just turned to like gray. It's still there, but the blood, the written, everything is gone. The Holy Grail has just been undone. Here comes their souls. So much light flowing back into them, back into Mary, back. They're about at their headspace now. They're connecting. They're about to be a complete soul. Welcome to the return of Christ. So all this light just went right up the split. Whoosh. And it's like healing it, completely healing it back together. Now I will do the Ho'oponopono, and then we will close out this space, and that darkness will go down into the portal of time. It's like a black hole that eliminates this energy from our space, and it sends it to somewhere else, not here. So when you see souls all of a sudden disappear off this planet, you will know why. It will be absolutely unequivocally connected over the next few days.
Next year or two. No less than 2. We don't have that much time left.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I am Mary Magdalene. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. Lord Sananda, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Please forgive me. Please forgive me to the heart of the creation. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you. And they kiss. They kiss. They kiss. And now for all twin flame souls, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Oh, please forgive me. I love you. I love you. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. And the shadow is going down into the portal of time. It's like soaking them into the pits of hell. They don't like saying. I'm sorry. That's like a movie depiction. I forgive. They don't like saying that. It is sucking his soul into the portal of time. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. As I said that last one, the most beautiful, profound light shot from the core, from a crystalline grid. All of the blood has been returned, and it shot up into all twin flames. Oh, my darlings, you have no idea. You have no idea. You are all being gifted miracles in every way. All twin flames are united in love and light, even if energetically informed. It has been a quite battle. And my friends, it is done. I am sorry. Please forgive me. It's like the echo of all the gods and all the energy and all the twin flames. I love you. And I thank you. So the shadow is gone. Whatever that thing was that was screeching and wailing and hailing at me and trying to desperately attack, that was blocked, is now gone through that portal of time, which is actually at the Sphinx, by the way. The Sphinx is the portal of time. I did that one a while ago. That's in one of my videos also. Jesus and Mary Magdalene have been united, and I'm so honored. And even if you think this is crazy, you better watch your judgment. Do your research. And who knew the Holy Grail was not a cup, it was a fucking contract.
With that note, I'm going to go cry. What you guys don't realize is my new DM not coming is actually killing me. Since the last pyramids that we activated, I've had a migraine I can't get rid of, a blood clot that they tried to heal, and I was borderline on a brain aneurysm. So I have not been feeling very well. I'm going to continue to heal. I hope who needed to see this video actually watches this video. Now maybe you can know who I am and what it took me to return Christ, because it wasn't just a frou-frou-y, oh, looky what I've done, yay, Christ is returned. I almost died several times over. It has been one of the most painful journeys. My physical vessel has taken a hit 10 times over. Every time my DM doesn't show up and I take on that blue light, I swell. I've gotten blood clots upon blood clots. My arm was destroyed, and I'm very tired, but I'm very proud. I hope you guys have a good day, and I hope who needs to see this actually gets to see this and gets to awaken, because the end is near. So much love to all of you. Have a beautiful day and enjoy this earth, please, because it's going to change.